Good afternoon, guys, and welcome back once again to the Fergie Way, episode 6 we're on now. Of course, yesterday's episode, a resounding, basically we destroyed Barcelona. They had zero chance. Unfortunately though, Real Madrid still trailing Pogba. Yep, it came up in the news after the game, so that's something we're going to have to sort out. However, in today's episode, we're back in the Premier League, facing Arsenal, an opponent who has given us some resistance over the last couple of years. However, Tottenham were the team last year giving us problems. Let's see if Arsenal are going to do anything to us this year. So yeah, there we go then. Once again, Real Madrid are chasing Paul Pogba. This time he has not come to me saying I want to leave or any of that garbage. But in the news section afterwards, it did say that he favours a move to Real Madrid. So nipped it in the bud, straight out there, offer him a new contract, because to be honest, I don't want to lose him. We're this close to being able to mount a serious challenge for the Champions League. So losing world-class players, not on the agenda. He's been offered a new contract, no more wages. His agent didn't want any more wages or anything like that. So it'll just be basically a bung. Here's a few million quid for a signing on fee to keep you at the club. But if it does that and it keeps him happy, for me, with the transfer budget available, it's not an issue. I would rather keep him here. So today's episode is going to be against Arsenal. However, what we're going to do now is take a little look at the squad, see how some of the players are developing. And as you can see, my squad screen has grown somewhat since the last one. So we're going to go through here and we're going to highlight some of the attributes that we don't normally look at. So mistakes leading to goals. We're going to take it to the top. Alaba, Sidibe and Romagnoli have all had a mistake that leads to a goal. No big deal, not a problem at all. In fact, the defenders are going to have mistakes. It's when these mount up that we're going to have to seriously consider things. One thing that I would say is that we've been playing Romagnoli quite a lot, and as you can see, his average rating's dropped below 7. This is what's great about this. So that's not going to happen again. We'll drop Romagnoli now for a handful of games. We'll even let him know that that's the case, because basically he's not been playing that well lately. So, key passes. See who's been making key passes, and as we can see, Juan Mata at 17, Rodriguez at 16, Martial and Dybala both at 10, and Pogba at 9. So it sort of indicates who's doing good work at that end of the field. We expect it from the attack midfielder, of course, being Rodriguez and Mata. But it's also good to see that Martial and Dybala both playing at times in that complete forward role have had their fair share. I'd maybe expect Pogba to have a few more, but we've got to remember that he's not played as many games this season. But then saying that, neither's Dybala. He's only played 3 starts and he's come off the bench once. So he's had 10 in that time. Maybe Pogba needs to up his game a little bit. We'll go to key tackles, and as we can see, Eric Bailly, bit of a stalwart. Ruben Neves doing the job as well. Romagnoli's picked up a couple. Pass completion, will ignore Nisham because he's only played 1 game. He shouldn't even be at the club, to be honest. I didn't want to renew his contract. When we got to renew contract time, his agent had a dickhead moment, and I thought, you know what, I'm not wasting my time with you. But 90% pass completion from Ruben Neves and Herrera. Fosu-Mensah at 88, which is good going. Now, interestingly, where's Pogba? Pogba down at 83. Not his normal, it has to be said. Tackling ratio, 100% for Mata, but he's not putting many tackles in. We're interested in the midfielders. Pogba at 88, which is good. Smalling at 88. Bailly at 87. So yeah, generally speaking, pretty good. And the last one I put in there was overall number of interceptions, which is once again Neves, Bailly, etc. doing the job. Grand. Awesome stuff. So we are going to take a look at some of these guys who have come to the club. So we've got Dybala here, obviously, as we know. He's played 6 appearances in total, but of course we're looking for the Premier League. So he's appeared twice in the Premier League, got himself a couple of goals, 1 assist, which is all groover. 7.54 average rating at the moment, which again, fantastic to see. I mean, his stats are just unbelievable. I mean, look at all the greens we've got going off here. I mean, if his strength gets up a little bit, and his stamina, he's so well rounded anyway. Let's be honest. Weak areas maybe. I struggle to find any. To be honest, he's not got that many weak areas. Natural fitness and stamina at 14. You can't really say pace at 15 is too weak, if I'm brutally honest. We can look at his positioning at 7, but with his off the ball at 17. and his decisions at 16, does it really matter? It's such, I mean, we've paid for him, of course. We've paid big money for him, but such a great lad. We'll take a look at some of the other guys now. So if we take a look at James Rodriguez, of course, only just into the club. 3 appearances, he's had 1 goal and 3 assists. In 3 games, had 4 massive influences in games, so we're happy with that. Again, very good. We'll take a look at who he's sort of beginning to replace. Juan Mata. 7 games this season, 7 assists and a goal. To have these guys and have a choice between them is fantastic. Now, what we will do is we're going to take a look at a couple of the younger lads. Now, Fosu Mensah's no longer that young lad anymore. He's 21. He is becoming pretty much a permanent fixture, whether it be starting every game or whether he's starting every game now and again. He's certainly doing very well. 7.5 average rating. Well done, Timbo. And of course, the one I have my eye on when I asked you that question a couple of episodes ago, Gribben is the one for me who is going to be something really, really special. Stats are doing tremendous. 7.43 average rating. 3 starts and he's had a goal and 2 assists. Once again, he's made sort of 3 massive influences. Always good to see. We'll take a little look at Twins Arby as well, and his stats are doing pretty well. I mean, as I say, Twins Arby, when we're using a traffic light system, you're not seeing many greens going on all over the show, but the 15s are where it's at. His physicals, he's got 15s everywhere with the exception of pace. He's got 15s kicking around in his anticipation, his marking, and a few 14s right on the cusp of becoming a real quality player. At 21 years old, it's time to start pushing him into the first team and really developing him. So that'll do for now. It was just a quick look at some of the squad players. It's been mentioned in the comments section quite a few times before now about just trying to have a quick look at all the players. We can't do them all because we'll be here all bloody day. But for now, that will do. We'll get a look at a few more next time the opportunity arises. But in today's episode, of course, we play Arsenal. So I'll see you on match day. So here we are then, guys. On match day, we are at Old Trafford. So we will start with the home team. And we've made a few subtle changes since the Barcelona game. So we've got De Gea in net. We have Borthwick Jackson coming in for Alaba due to fitness issues on the left. We have Twins Arby coming in for Romagnoli. As I say, I had a quick word with Romagnoli, letting him know that he's not performing too well. Twins Arby's going to take his place, and we've got Eric Bailly partnering. We then have Sidibe out on the right. Sanchez is back in place of Fosu Mensah, who did have a cracking game against Barcelona, it has to be said. Neves in the defensive role, Pogba in the attacking role. We've brought Juan Mata back into the squad in place of Rodriguez. And then we have Dybala partnering Martial. Now, Martial started this game. He did come on as a sub for Rashford. But Martial and Dybala had this little, a few bits of play in the last game. If you've seen the last episode, you know exactly what I mean. They seem to link together quite well, so I'm hoping that they can do it again today. Maybe forge themselves a little partnership, and Rashford and Depay will have to be the players who will fight for a start. As we look at the Arsenal team, once again, it's looking pretty much similar to what we've seen in the past. However, Petr Cech, Kurzawa, Krystyvov, I don't know, he's a new one on me. We'll have a quick look at him. 28-year-old Ukrainian. I'll be honest, guys, I've not heard of him. We can't know everybody in this game. Obviously, it looks like he's come from Shakhtar, looking at his picture there. But he looks pretty good, to be honest. He's a new one on me, but looks like he might be doing them a job. He's partnering Koscielny in the middle, along with Bellerin on the right. Then we have Di Maria playing in the centre with Aaron Ramsey. We have Sanchez, Wilshere and Kiko. Let's have a look at Kiko, who seems to be doing all right. He's 27-year-old. To be honest, although I don't have him scouted, so I don't know his full ability, he doesn't look that great. Might come and bite me in the arse. He's probably going to go and assist or score against me now. I've said it, but he doesn't look that great, and we're going to leave it at that. They are all sat behind Mauro Icardi, who has had a great start to the season. He's had 12 appearances, scored 12 goals, 5 of them coming out of 7 appearances in the Premier League. He's got a 7.85 average rating at the moment, so it's fair to say he's had a ripping start for Arsenal. On that note, though, we will move on to the opposition instructions. We'll see the Irish inflict to see what he's got to say, and oh my lord, Roy, he hates Arsenal. He really hates Arsenal. More hard tackling than I've seen in a long time. No surprises that he's telling us to get stuck into Di Maria. And on that, we're just going to move straight on to the team talk. Now, we're assertively going to tell them that we want them to pick up where they left off last time out, because, of course, against Barcelona, we were so strong. That game against Barcelona was only a couple of in-game days ago, so we have got a couple of little fitness niggles as we go. Pogba on 90%, Dybala on 93%. We've got 91s on Sidibe and Bailly. Nonetheless, though, we're going to press on with it. I'm just going to tell the guys that I have faith because we want the greens to be going off. And that's all we got out of them. So we're going to start the game. It is at Old Trafford, as I say. We're hoping to get ourselves 3 points today because we're trying to press up the league. We have that little stumbling block. We suffer. Jesus Christ, first minute, Sanchez. Sanchez on Sanchez there. Thought he was going to pick up a book and it didn't happen. But yeah, we had that little stumbling block in them first few games where we lost to Leicester. So we're trying to basically claw those points back now at the early stage of the season. City were leading the league last time I've seen, but we'll certainly get a look at that as we get towards the end of the episode. As De Gea comes out, claws the ball and he sends it straight up to Martial. Now Martial is in possession. He beats one. Wilshere did a foul there. Wilshere did a shit, but Wilshere did a foul. Didn't manage to get a book in. Icardi's in on goal here. Save, I think, by De Gea. Yeah, it said he couldn't hold on to it. It was a save by De Gea as Icardi managed to break in. Alexis sends the ball in. It's Dybala now. Dybala out to Martial. Martial belting down the right-hand wing. He plays it across to Juan Mata. Juan Mata's been forced out. He did try a cross. He's still on the ball, though. Mata plays it in. It only goes as far as Wiltshire. It's cleared out, but Borthwick-Jackson's collected it. It's Sanchez now. Still Sanchez marching forward. He plays it to Martial. What are you doing? Just hit it. Pogba, get in there. 1-0. Pogba scores a goal. It was oh, shit. One of those moments, I suppose, guys. Mata was offside. It did look a little bit convoluted in the box there when the shot was hit by Pogba. But it looked like, to me, it was going to stand. It wasn't the case. It remains 0-0. We're only 7 minutes in, though. We've got time. It's Sanchez playing it forward to Dybala. Dybala tried cutting in, but the Ukrainian had the ball. And Martial whips it off. Koscielny puts it wide. It's going to be clear cut. It was. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, Martial. I thought you'd have had that, mate. It's Pogba now to Sanchez. To Mata. He's missed the last few games as Mata due to, of course. It's Dybala in on goal out of nowhere. He made me stop and just have a look at what was going on. I was in the middle of talking about Rodriguez coming into the squad in place of Mata. It got me all caught up, but as it goes, while it was all happening, Mata set up Dybala, who has now continued his record of scoring a goal in every game that he started. Well done, Dybala. You're making your money's worth, mate. It's Bellerin. Pogba's closing him down, wins the ball back. It's Mata. Mata plays it forward to Martial, but it's cleared out, but only as far as Renato Sanchez. To Pogba, Mata, to Dybala. Dybala loses out yet again. Mata, play it forward to Martial. It's got to be 2. He's hit it straight at Petr Cech. It's another clear-cut chance. Jesus Christ. 2 clear-cut chances, 1 goal. Never something I like to see. Unbelievable. Mata now crossing it in. Icardi clears it out, but Pogba will retrieve it. Still Pogba. Pogba with a weird and wild shot from distance. No one knows why he tried it. You know, for a world-class player, he does sometimes make some dumb decisions, but I suppose they all do. It's Bellerin now. Lands with Borthwick-Jackson. Sanchez plays it to Dybala. Dybala plays it across. It was a shit ball, it's got to be said. Pogba has the possession now, though. Sanchez loses out. Alexis will try and attack up the left-hand side now. Sanchez gets the ball back, though. It's Mata to Pogba. Pogba plays it forward to Martial, who is through and he is onside. A great save by Petr Cech. Pushed wide of the post. It is going to be a United corner. Dybala's going to swing it in. He does do to the back post. Sanchez nods it down to Martial and it's 2. 39 minutes on the clock. Martial. Great finish by Martial. It was nodded down by Sanchez. A little bit of a clusterfuck going on in the box. It was players everywhere. Petr Cech couldn't really see a right lot of what was going on. And Martial capitalised on it. Put it in the back post. Arsenal had a man on the line as well who didn't manage to do his job and get it clear. But we'll take it. It's 2-0. Half time then, and I'll be honest, I think that was a great half. I think we played really, really well. Maybe should have had more goals, that's for sure. However, I'm going to tell them that I'm pretty happy with them, keep it up. And if we take a look here, Martial's having a bit of a stonker, so we're going to tell them that we're very happy with his performance today. No one's really playing bad. We've got Pogba and Neves playing 6.8s in the middle. One thing we want to be mindful of here is both those guys are pretty tired, along with Sidibe and Eric Bailly, so we're going to keep an eye on it as we go into the second half. Wilshere now. Kazawa. Coquelin plays it forward to Alexis. He's still got pace even though he's getting on a bit. Oh, Wilshere arriving and it's 2-1. He could see it coming a mile off. Arsenal have managed to get themselves back in this game, having really not had much in the first half at all. Alexis plays the ball back. It was Sidibe who ended up playing it back. That's why no one knew what was going on. Wilshere arrived at the right time, managed to bury it into the bottom corner, and I'm hoping we can give him an instant response here and get him to pipe down a bit. Borthwick Jackson plays it back to Twinzarbe. Forward to Mata. Martial makes a move. Martial, there we go. Instant reply. Literally not even a minute. Mata with a wonderfully weighted ball forward. Martial manages to take a touch which gets him away from the Arsenal defender. As we can see here, the first touch was key. Gets him nice and clear through. Cech made the effort. Unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be for him. And we go 3-1 ahead with that 2-goal gap again. Icardi hits one across the box. If any Arsenal players would have met that, De Gea was in no man's land. It would have been 3-2. Wasn't the case. We're on the 51st minute. Borthwick Jackson taking the ball out now. End of the highlight. Nice one. 54th minute. Jack Wilshere's been injured. I'm pretty sure we're already hard tackling him, but we're just going to take a look at the opposition instructions. We are already hard tackling, so we'll cancel that. Pogba plays it to Mata, to Dybala. Dybala plays it once again to Martial, who this time's not managed to get away. He did look like he maybe took a little bit of a clip in the heel. Didn't come to anything though. 60 minutes on the clock. Arsenal playing a short game from the keeper there. That was very tricky for them. Mata's won it. Martial to Sanchez, to Dybala. Dybala back to Martial. Took a shot from distance. It's not come to anything. We're now going to look at start time to take off the likes of Pogba. We can bring on Callum Gribbin. We're going to bring on Fosu-Mensah for Neves, who's a little bit tired. And we'll bring on Smalling for Eric Bailly. 3 subs in the 60th minute. Not something I normally do because I like to try and protect if anything's going to go tits up and we lose a man. Wilshere's just been injured, which is nice. But yeah, I normally like to try and protect against doing that. But with players being as tired as they are, we've had a big run of fixtures just lately. With the Chelsea game, this Arsenal game and the Barcelona game all coming very close together. Mata playing it through to Martial. He really should have scored. He has scored on the second opportunity. Cech managed to palm it out. Didn't get anywhere. Martial pounced on the rebound. Did score a goal. Happy days. The lad's got himself a hat-trick. Mata has been the instigator in this game. And it looks like Rodriguez has really got some serious competition on his hands because Matt has not let it go of that trequartiste role very easily. It's Gribbin. Bellerin's got it clear, but only as far as Sanchez, but Coughlin's come out of it. It's Alexis now to Kazawa. Alexis is trying to belt forward. Kazawa's lost out to Sidibe, and that means Arsenal are going to be shy at the back. Dybala tried playing it forward for Martial, but Martial had sort of already come back into play. It was never going to reach him. It's Sanchez again. Gribbin. Martial to Sanchez. Sanchez to Dybala. Martial with a shot from distance. It was a cracker as well. A real thunder cookie that was saved by Petr Cech. But we have got a corner. It's Mata on the edge. Giroud, gorgeous Giroud has entered the fray for Arsenal now. He's up there on his own though. Support is arriving. Bellerin on the right hand side. Oh, well played. Borthwick Jackson managed to whip in front of him. Take the possession from Bellerin and remove the danger. It's Gribbin now to Mata, to Martial. Oh, what a fucking screamer from Martial. From distance. He doesn't score distant goals very often, but he's just added a fourth. I thought he was going to lay it on to Dybala, but he's on fire today and he decided to take the opportunity himself. Look at that. What an absolute worldie from distance. Lad is on fire. It's Mata now with pretty much the final highlight of the game, I think. It's cleared out. We've got 2 minutes injury time. Maybe there is time for another one here. As Mata's out on the left. Out on the edge to Fosu-Mensah. To Sanchez arriving. It is another one. A great goal from Sanchez. It makes it 6. We've given Arsenal some absolute hammerings in this Fergie way. This series, I mean, the amount of goals we must have put past them must be horrific reading for any Arsenal fan. If you are an Arsenal fan out there, I apologise because we just seem to dick on you every time we play you. There we go, full time, 6-1 to United. I don't know how Martial's not come out of a 10. He's got a 9.8 rating. There has been some great performances in this game. We are going to tell the guys that we are very happy with the way they played. I'm just quickly going to tell the guys who did really well that they basically done really well. And other than that, what a game. 6-1, worth a like, I'm pretty damn sure. We're going to move on and we will check the schedule for the next episode. I'll see you in a second. Before that though, I just want to take a look at the Premier League, and as we can see, we're all of a sudden back in the race. Well, we were never out of the race. We only had one loss, but it wasn't nice seeing us sat down in 4th, 5th and 6th. But we are currently 2 points behind City. City have a game in hand, so they could go 5 clear of us, because at the moment they've not dropped a single point. Tottenham also doing well. They'll be a point ahead of us if they win their game in hand. But yeah, overall, pretty damn good. Now we'll go to the schedule. And as we can see, the next game's against Bournemouth. That one's definitely going to be played off cam, along with the Copenhagen game. But we then have City, who are unbeaten. And it's a Manchester derby. It's a guaranteed one for the next episode. So if you've enjoyed today's episode, hit that like button. 6-1 against Arsenal. It's got to be worth it all day long. Martial scoring them 4 goals. It was tremendous. If you're new around here, don't forget to hit the sub button. Check out the links in the description so you can catch up on the Fergie way. Other than that, guys, the support just lately has been awesome. We're growing and growing and growing. So keep hitting the like button. Keep commenting. Hit the shares where you can. Show it to a friend. Other than that, I hope to see you in tomorrow night's episode. I've been Teach FM, and I'll catch you later. See you in a bit.